It's really in line with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey. But
Yeah,
it
that was the last thing I saw them in.
was 2008. Wow.
Yeah,
That was the last thing you saw them in?
yeah.
That's funny.
How old were we in 2008?
Ugh, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. And I don't want to do the math.
I feel like that's gonna be the intro right there. Right?
We got the captain's hat today.
We got the captain's hat
Let's
today,
see.
baby.
Welcome to History of Popcorn, ladies and gentlemen. Consider this your secret public movie club. We are a podcast that celebrates all things movies. We react to the latest industry news, we do movie reviews, and discuss just about everything movies. We have new episodes every week. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, or anywhere you listen to podcasts. We will be there, as well as a visual episode on YouTube. Hello. We are your hosts. I'm Elijah.
I'm Juice Stain.
And if you happen to hear any snaps, crackles, or pops, or see anything visually disturbing during these episodes, because we do our sessions through Zoom, but we're happy you're here.
Hello.
Justin, this week we're talking about Quentin Tarantino's last movie, question mark.
Yeah. Oh
A true
God.
detective reunion, Gladiator
Mm.
2, and a new Frankenstein from Guillermo del Toro, which I didn't know about.
Ooh, that
I
could be
know.
interesting.
I feel like I would have known about that, but I was like, wait, what? Okay. And for those of you who haven't seen Justin's breakdown of the Universal monsters, Frankenstein is one of those monsters, and I would suggest you guys all check that
Yes.
out because it's a
And
it's
I need to keep doing it.
yeah, it's some high quality content right there. Before we get into movie news though, Justin, have you been watching anything? What have you been watching?
I've not been watching anything right now. But yeah, no, I was trying to do the DC thing,
Oh
and
yeah.
then I got myself distracted by Poker Face.
Oh, you're finally on that train again. Yeah.
I finished
You
it. I
finished
finished
it.
Poker Face. Yeah.
That's a good one. It's really good, I thought.
Dude, the Joseph Gordon-Levitt episode was amazing.
Oh yeah?
Oh, I
That's the
love
one that
that one.
that was the one I was least connected to. I had to watch it in two different sittings because I was like, I'll finish this in the morning.
See, I hated the retirement home one,
Mhm.
and there was one after that that I did not like. I loved like my favorite one by far is the Texas one. I really liked that one
Oh, the
just
barbecue
because,
one?
yeah, just because him walking out, and it was Oakja that did it. Because you and I
Yeah,
were just talking about Oakja. We
yeah,
were just talking about the with the Dina,
yeah.
literally just talking about it like not
That's
so
a
long
way
ago.
good one. That's a good one.
And the fact that Oakja is the one that made him
Go vegan
go
or
like
vegetarian or
not just
whatever.
vegan, like he like fucking lost his mind. He's
Yeah,
like
he changed his
crying.
entire life. His whole yeah. If you've seen Poker Face, you know what we're talking
I
about.
just love those like those little episodes where it's like even though like things went bad, like it's her fault.
Right. Yeah, she
Because it
would really
wouldn't.
have to start beating herself up after a while because yeah, everyone she knows ends up dying. It's always like,
Yeah.
oh, it's the friend. The friend is bad.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, it's yeah. And the one episode about the band, I didn't really like that much, but
Hmm. Yeah, that
I
was all right.
really loved the Joseph Gordon-Levitt episode though. I
I like
liked
that
that one
show
a
a lot.
lot.
I'm glad it got renewed for a second season because
Yeah, no, I can watch that show for long. That show made me want to watch Columbo again.
yeah, it made me want to watch Columbo. I'd never seen it, but
You should watch
a lot of
Columbo.
influence was from Columbo. I
Oh,
heard.
100%. Especially the font on
Yeah,
every episode is definitely Columbo related.
that's a good one. That's
I
on
can't take
Peacock.
myself seriously wearing this fucking hat.
Where did you find
Oh,
that? What? How did that end up in your life?
I can't remember.
A sailor captain's hat. It's a captain's hat. So yeah, the big news that we said Quentin Tarantino has announced his final film, maybe not announced, but it's not announced yet. He's just sort of showing them like setting up meetings for different studios to come and read his script, um, which is currently entitled The Movie Critic, which they said is not going to be the actual title of the movie,
Hmm.
but it's an interesting choice. I mean, I saw Quentin Tarantino in November during his book tour, and someone screamed out from the audience, "Make your next movie!" and immediately said, "Oh, I have no ideas for that. I like, there's no update. I have no ideas." Cut to now, March, he completed a script in that time, and it's his last movie. So either he was lying or he's just a fast writer or both. Because he is one of those notorious fast writers who pumps out movies real quick.
Yeah.
But apparently this movie is gonna be another what's it called? Um period piece in the 1970s Los Angeles, and it's gonna follow a movie critic as the title says, and it's gonna be a female movie critic at its center. Um there's rumors that it's based off a real life movie critic called Pauline Kael, I think her name is.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And she was like really really popular in the what like 70s 80s and 90s, or yeah, something like that. And apparently Warren Beatty asked her to be a part of the Paramount team back in the day when he was at the peak of his stardom. This is what Roger Ebert said about her. He said that she had a more positive influence on the climate for film in America than any other single person over the last 3 decades, which was really interesting. I had never heard her name before, but I'm really interested in this woman now. Even if the movie's not about her, or even if it's loosely based about her, this woman is now, I'm interested in her. He also said that she had no theory, no rules, no guidelines, and no objective standards. So she was writing purely from her own like from her own for her own reasons. Like she
Yeah.
wasn't really.
She only cared about her own opinion, not trying
Yeah,
to impress anybody.
yeah, and she like didn't do it for any bigger like studio, or didn't do it for like any other company or motivation except for the love of movies, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And I wonder. I mean, I've have you seen how what Pauline Kael looks like? I might be saying her name wrong, but
I have not. No, I literally just because you messaged me about it, and so
okay.
I looked it up for a second, but yeah, no, I didn't like see
So this has to
too
be Quentin
much.
Tarantino's like end game, you know? Like I
That's
can
what I'm
only
wondering.
associate it with
It's
like
like if this
Marvel,
is
but
like yeah,
yeah,
it's like this is your last movie. It's gonna be like
everyone is gonna be in it. You
yeah,
thought Barbie and
I
Oppenheimer
can't.
was it? They're gonna combine that cast. Have to, right?
Yeah, no, I can't imagine what the movie's gonna be. Especially like if you think about like his last movie, like even though I didn't like Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, you'd think that would be like the last one because he had
Mm,
like everybody in that movie.
yeah,
Kurt Russell and like some random guy playing Bruce Lee.
yeah,
There's
yeah.
Brad Pitt who won an Academy Award. Like you'd think that that would be like, and technically that was his 10th movie.
Technically, yeah, but
But yeah,
he
no,
came out and
he.
said he considers Kill Bill one movie, one and two in one
I mean
movie. So
that's fair. But the
yeah,
movie critic, I'm very curious about it.
yeah. It's very interesting though too, because he said that
I'm wondering what kind of violence is gonna happen in the movie.
yeah, how can that be violent? Like something had to have happened in the
You know
70s.
something's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Something fucking random is gonna happen where someone's gonna die in like the most horrific way.
And they're just gonna get all the blood out they can in that one scene just
Yeah.
because it's fun, Jan. That's what he says.
Because it's fucking fun.
Um, but yeah, in 2012, this is according to Hollywood Reporter. In 2012, he told Playboy that I want to stop at a certain point. Directors don't get better as they get older. Usually, the worst films in their filmography are those last four at the end. And I am all about my
Hmm.
filmography. And one
Yeah.
bad film fucks up three good ones. I don't want that bad one out of touch comedy in my filmography. The movie that makes people think, oh man, he still thinks it's 20 years ago. When directors get out of date, it's not pretty, he said. He said he wants to stop directing movies and retire by 60, which just so happens to be how old he turns this year at March
Mm,
27th. So happy
interesting.
birthday, Tarantino.
Happy birthday, Tarantino.
But this is a big deal.
It
He's
is
gonna
a big
stop
deal.
making movies. I mean, a lot of the rights that he has for his movies go back to him in like 20 years. So who knows what he's going to be doing in 20 years from now? But
Yeah.
he's probably going to be writing books and writing plays
Yeah.
after
That's
he
what I'm
retires
thinking
from
too.
film.
I think he's just gonna be writing books, honestly. I don't think I mean like plays maybe, but I think that he's just gonna be writing.
Hmm. And
Right.
producing probably, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Has he produced
But
anything outside of his own projects?
I mean, he produced that one movie. I guess he directed like a piece of it before Rooms
Oh yeah, way
back in
back
the
in the
day.
day. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, he also produced, this is a weird one in my head. He also produced that one Johnny Knoxville movie called Daltrey Calhoun.
Oh, I haven't even heard of that.
I don't know why that just
That was
popped up in my head.
2005. Yeah, the last thing he produced was that he wasn't really attached to was in 2008. So it's been a while. He produced
Yeah.
Hostel Part Two. He was like, I saw Hostel One,
Hostel
and I
Part
mean,
2?
yeah, he didn't even produce. Oh yeah, he produced the first one too. Okay, yeah, one and
Okay, I
two.
was gonna
I was
say
like,
that's
okay,
super
that makes
random.
sense. He's like, I like that so much. Give me another one.
I, here's $20,000.
Yeah.
Do whatever you want.
No, that's pretty wild. Yeah, he's apparently shooting this in the fall, so it's gonna be happening. It's happening.
You know that
Tarantino is
like that's
happening.
gonna be like the craziest movie of all time.
Yeah, it's probably gonna be
It's
more
not even
locked
like
down
not
than
even like
Marvel. It's
if
gonna be
the
locked down.
oh yeah. It's not even just like the movie's gonna be crazy itself. It's just the idea that that's gonna be his last movie.
Yeah,
That's gonna be like the talk of the town right there.
yeah, that in itself is a
Nobody's
wild
gonna be
concept.
talking
And
about
the fact that it's
fucking
about a movie critic, like all the movie critics are gonna be like,
yeah.
what does he
Right.
have to say about me? And
It's
they're either gonna
interesting.
rip him apart or they're gonna praise him. Who knows what he's gonna do?
Yeah, who
He
knows what
might
that
rip
might,
apart movie critics just so the movie critics rip
especially
apart his movie.
if it being him too. It's like
Yeah.
what I'm thinking is like what kind of violence are you gonna do here?
Yeah. I have to like
What
look
kind
up
of
what major attacks happened in the 70s. Like something like
yeah.
it's in Los Angeles in the 70s. I wasn't alive then. I don't know what happened then. Lots of drugs, probably. Probably a lot of drugs. So once we find out more about this movie, we will definitely let everybody know. But yeah, Tarantino's last movie. That's pretty wild. What are we gonna do
There
without
we
him? What
go.
are the film? What's the what are the film nerds gonna do without him? I don't
I think
know.
they'll live on.
Well, they have to, I guess. Who knows what he's gonna do? He's probably gonna move to Israel with his wife and just never come back to Hollywood. Who
I think
knows?
yeah, no, I think that he's just gonna become a novelist.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine with
Anyways.
that. Books are cool, I
Yeah.
guess.
Yeah, no, and most of his movies are like a novel.
Mhm.
Like Hateful Eight was definitely just like a novel. He literally had chapters on them. And then he
Mhm.
he narrated himself too.
We're getting a True Detective reunion slash Ed
Mm.
TV reunion with Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. This is an
Oh,
interesting concept. They're coming out with a TV show for Apple TV, and they're playing themselves
shut
in,
up.
in a fictionalized version. Uh, it says it's an untitled comedy right now. Apparently, it's a half hour, 10 episodes, and
That's hilarious.
it says that it's a show about a heartfelt odd couple love story revolving around the strange and beautiful bond between Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. And
No way.
apparently, it's about McConaughey's family and Harrelson's family coming together to live on Matthew McConaughey's ranch, and they deal with each other's lives. It's going to be a 30-minute comedy.
That's funny.
So these
I
two
just
best friends
recently
found a way to
saw
come together
I
and
just
hang out.
recently saw the trailer for Agent Elvis.
Oh
You
yeah,
see that
Matthew
one?
McConaughey plays Elvis. That looks bizarre. Imagine if that was live action. That would be really. Austin
I
Butler
just
reprises his
love
role.
yeah, Austin.
That'd be insane.
You'd think like I feel like that he is gonna make a cameo.
Yeah, that'd be awesome. Um, yeah, that's on Netflix, right? And
Yeah,
apparently it was inspired
that's coming
by
out
Quentin
tomorrow.
Tarantino. So,
Yeah,
oh, it's probably already out then by the time this airs.
I love that. Oh yeah, not true, but I love that. Matthew McConaughey was like promoting it. He was like, "It's not for kids," but it's like, what kid in this entire world would
Wants
watch
to
a
see
show called
Elvis fight
Agent
crime.
Elvis? That's
uh, a
ridiculous.
pretty cool kid, I'd say.
A pretty cool ass kid.
You know
Am I
what?
right?
Elvis is cool. I like this song, but you know what'd be cool? If he kicked ass. Well, yeah, that's what I want to see. That's
Yeah, dude.
interesting.
No, there's like Johnny Knoxville in it too.
Really?
He's
Oh wow. I haven't seen
he's
all the
playing his
cast yet.
bodyguard. I think. I don't know. I just watched the trailer today. I have no idea
Yeah,
what's going
it
on with
looks
that movie
bizarre. There's a lot
or
of
that
bizarre
show.
things coming out. But yeah, this Matthew McConaughey, Woody Harrelson show is going to be very interesting because they're like best friends in real life, aren't they?
Yeah.
Like, and they're like one of the biggest, like they're the biggest stoners together, probably, right? It
Yeah,
seems
no,
like,
we were just talking about that when we were in San Francisco.
yeah,
They did only I think one movie together
yeah, they did
where
Ed TV.
well they did Ed TV, but also there's this movie called Surfer Dude that I was telling Billy Joe about your brother.
Oh, was that a newer one, or is that
No,
like an
that
older
movie came
movie?
out when we were like, yeah, when I was a kid. It's like just a stoner movie about him being a surfer, but
Hmm.
like they're doing like VR surfing, and
Oh, really?
they want him to be like the poster child of it, and he's just like, I don't want to do it. It's a terrible movie. And Woody Harrelson is just like, I think that he's just like his like
It
weed dealer.
also has
I can't
Willie
remember.
Nelson in that movie.
Yeah, there's
That's
Woody
funny.
Nelson in that movie too. I forgot about that.
the
Yeah,
the
and Woody
the
Nelson
plot
is
of
in it
it
too.
says a wave twisting tale of a soul searching surfer experiencing an existential crisis.
Yeah.
It's really in line with Woody Harrelson and Matthew McConaughey, but
Yeah. That was the last thing I saw them in.
it was 2008. Wow.
Yeah.
That was the last thing you saw them in?
Yeah.
That's funny.
How old were we in 2008?
Ugh, I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about it. And I don't want to do the math.
I feel like that's gonna be the intro right there.
So yeah, Apple TV, if you have that, be on the lookout for that. It's currently untitled, but it's from the creator David West Reed, who is coming out with another show on Apple TV called The Big Door Prize, which looks really bizarre and weird. But he's already lining up his next TV show, 30-minute comedy. So there's that. There's that. There's some fun there. This next story was a little shocking that it actually got greenlit because there had been so many rumors about this movie, Gladiator 2. Um,
Oh Jesus, yeah.
Originally, like they've been trying to make a sequel since the first one came out with Russell Crowe, which I
Hmm.
can't remember what year that is, but it was like 2001 or something.
Yeah, no,
Or
I want to say like
2000.
2002,
It was 2000, it says.
2000.
So it was a while ago. And they've been trying to make a sequel for it for ever since it came out. And there were rumors about it being a resurrection story or something like that, where Russell Crowe's spoiler alert, Russell Crowe's character dies in Gladiator 1. Supposedly, they said, because they wanted to find a way to bring him back, even what is it, 23 years later. They still wanted to find a way to bring him back and
Oh.
tell another story with him, even though Russell Crowe looks drastically older and different. He does not have a gladiator's body anymore, I'll say
He
that.
is not. He has
But
that one movie, the when he was driving the car.
that movie is insane. Unhinged or something it's called.
Unhinged. He has the unhinged body now.
Oh, that was a weird movie. Um, that was one of those movies that felt like it was good on paper, but its execution was so bizarre. There's like they
Yeah.
try to integrate like technology into it, like iPads and stuff. I was like, this doesn't seem real.
Yeah, the movie's
But I don't
stupid.
know.
So
Did you ever hear about those rumors about resurrecting his character somehow, like actually bringing him
yeah,
back
no,
from the
like
dead?
I heard that Ridley Scott wanted him like becoming it, having it become like a Passion of the Christ type thing,
Yeah, he was gonna like make it like he was like, I think he
which
said he was
is
like gonna
it's
fight
such
in
a bad
heaven or
idea.
something, or like fight in the afterlife, and then
Yeah,
fight his way back into Earth or
such a
something.
bad idea.
It's so weird. It
It's such a bad
it
idea.
probably went through so many iterations, but they
Yeah.
finally agreed on a sequel, and it's not about Russell Crowe. It's about Joaquin Phoenix's nephew,
Hmm.
who is grown up and is probably going to have to fight in the gladiator ring, uh, or the Coliseum, I guess they call it. But I think Ridley Scott is coming back. But do you know the actor Paul Mescal, who was just nominated for an Oscar?
Yes, yes, yes.
He
No,
is the
I want to
cast in the
watch that
lead.
movie.
Oh, that movie is so heartbreaking. It's so good. I wish I
Did you
saw it
watch it?
last year. Yeah, I gave it five
Can we
stars.
talk about also the everything everywhere all at once just swooped everything?
Yeah, it's kind of I mean, I don't think
Not
I think
upsetting. Are you
I
kidding
think
me?
it's upsetting in the way Jamie Lee shouldn't have won. I
I
don't
don't think that she should have
think.
won. But I mean, like, come on, dude. Like a movie. Can we think about like how like okay, no, we'll get into it later. We'll get into it later.
Everything everywhere all at once swept the Oscars. And I mean, you did say when we were talking about our nominations that that was probably going to happen because You
I
basically,
wanted it to
yeah,
happen.
you were the one of the people who
Because
were
if we
like,
look
it's
down
just
of
so
all
good.
the best picture winners,
Yeah,
the fact that we have like one best picture winner that has a fucking fight with dildos and butt plugs is
yeah,
hilarious to me. And that's amazing because that's the movie that I wanted to win and it won. And I
yeah.
can't believe it.
It's pretty wild. It's pretty wild.
Oh, anyways, I'm sorry. I digress.
Um, but yeah, so Paul Mescal, who was nominated, he is gonna be the lead in this movie, which is very exciting, because he's an incredible up and coming actor, and he's one of my favorites right now. And then also cast in this movie just recently, according to the Hollywood Reporter, Barry Cogan, Cogan, Barry
Gogan.
Cogan. He is in Banshees of Inisherin. He was the Joker in the Batman. He's in what's that other movie with Colin Farrell? Killing of a Sacred Deer. I think he's in that one.
Yep, yep, yep,
So
yep.
he's also a very, very good up and coming actor. He's also in a Marvel movie, actually. He's in the Eternals. But he is supposedly playing the villain of this. He's going to be the leader of the country, who is based off a real leader, Emperor Geta, Geta, Emperor Geta, who was an actual Roman Empire. But the story is not actually based on true events. So we'll see how this works. They already have Paramount has a release date, which is always scary to make a movie and then have a cast like have the release date before the casting or the directors attached. But we're November 22nd, 2024 is when it's coming out. So
Yeah, no,
here we go.
once again, which I feel like I keep saying this, I'll believe it when I see
Yeah.
it.
It's they seem like pretty gung ho about this now though. It won Best Picture
Uh,
in 2000, so
it did. Yeah, no, it's we'll see. We'll see. We'll see where this
after
goes.
everything ever all at once, I don't know if Gladiator 2 is going to be able to cut it. So there's that. There will be talking about that when there's more casting, but those first two actors are really, really, I think, good. They're both Irish actors, and it's going to be a good ass fight. This last one, I'm really interested in, and it seemed like pretty good timing because, like we said earlier, Justin had done a breakdown of the Universal Monsters original movies with Dracula, Invisible Man, and Frankenstein. If you guys want to check
Yeah,
that out on YouTube, but
yeah.
I didn't know Guillermo del Toro is coming out with his own Frankenstein with Netflix. It's gonna be, I think it's pretty
Love that.
exciting because
I love that.
he's got
Yeah.
a big contract with Netflix. So good for them for locking Guillermo down. I wonder what I'm excited for when he gets out of that. But this Frankenstein movie seems pretty stacked because it's rumored that we're gonna have Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth attached.
Ooh, do you think it's gonna be stop motion again?
Oh man, maybe. I hope not. I hope
You
it's
don't think
them.
so? You
I
don't want
hope it's
that?
them. No, I want them to do practical outfits and
I'm kind of leaning toward the stop motion. I
oh,
want them to do more stop motion.
I want to see their faces. Like who do you think if it was live action? I mean, Andrew Garfield has that square face, square head. He could be a really good
Yeah.
Frankenstein. And Oscar Isaac as Dr.
Well, no,
Frankenstein.
no. So yeah, no. Frankenstein is the.
Oh yeah,
I
Frankenstein's
know.
monster, I mean.
Hey, listen, I now know because
I did my work on this.
I did my research here. I think Oscar Isaac would be the monster.
What?
Andrew Garfield. You think Andrew Garfield's gonna be the monster?
Look at how his face is shaped. It's very much
No,
like
no,
a
no. I could totally
looks
see
like he
Andrew
got bolts in
Garfield
his
saying
head.
the whole like, "It's alive." I could see him doing it.
I don't know.
Oscar
That's the
Isaac, I
great thing
could
about the
see him
casting is
just
I
being.
could see them being both. I could
Yeah,
see it
exactly.
switching.
That's why I think Guillermo del Toro with Netflix, he should just keep just doing stop motion things for all of it.
Oh man, I would rather
I
see
have
this
not
live
seen Pinocchio
action.
yet, but
I
I've
haven't
seen
either.
just by the look at us, look at us.
He needs to stick to
We're,
what he's doing. I haven't seen it, but he needs to stick to that.
we're both we're
He's
both
the
doing a
best. Haven't
we're
seen
both
what
doing
he's
a
done.
we're both doing a movie podcast. We haven't seen what this guy did.
uh,
No, I think
that's
that
a
it
good
would
point,
be
though.
very interesting though to see it just in stop motion because like how many Frankenstein movies have we seen that are live action that have fucking sucked or bombed?
None by Guillermo del Toro. We had
That's
that I
true. That's
Frankenstein
true.
where Aaron Eckhart played Frankenstein.
And we
Remember
also
that?
saw fucking Victor Frankenstein with James
James
McAvoy.
McAvoy. Yeah.
I saw Victor Frankenstein in theaters, believe it or not.
I remember seeing it in theaters too, yeah.
I can't believe I saw that movie in theaters. And I remember Daniel Radcliff.
I
He
think you were
had
pretty young. I don't think you should beat yourself up too
I
much
was
about
I
it.
was very young.
You're just like,
No, but I remember Daniel Radcliffe. He had this interview, and he was like, "Sometimes you have to just like push through
oh yeah,
it."
Daniel Radcliffe played Igor.
Yeah,
That's
because
funny.
it's supposed to be his hitting his perspective, but
Yeah.
blah blah whatever. Once again, I'm dude. Just fire me.
But I never thought about this Frankenstein movie with Netflix being stop motion until you just said that, which
I think that would
I
be
can
cool.
see it doing that because but having the faces of Andrew Garfield, Oscar Isaac, and Mia Goth, that's like a that like that I don't know. I feel like you would miss an opportunity to just showcase their acting abilities.
I would be more interested in Mia Goth being the monster.
I don't know. Netflix declined to comment about this movie being announced, so probably because they don't nothing's confirmed. But I think this could be really cool because Guillermo del Toro has done some good work, like with Pan's
Oh
Labyrinth,
yeah.
and
Dude,
his
his
Hellboy
speech in the
movies are fun
Oscars
too.
was so sweet.
Yeah, I it made me
He's
tear
always just
up
such a sweet
with the last thing he
guy.
said because the last thing he said was it was to his parents. He said, "I'm your son," and that's all he said. And I was like,
Yeah.
"That's beautiful." It's like
Yeah.
he still like looks up to him.
Nightmare Alley, I wasn't a fan of, but like I
Yeah,
just love the man as just it's
yeah,
just like when you think of like Keanu Reeves. Like it's like I'm not a big fan of his movies, but just as a person, I just fucking love him.
yeah.
Like
They
every
should.
single time he
He should
talks, I'm
cast
just like,
Keanu Reeves in Frankenstein and have him put a British
oh
accent on. Just have it all be a connected
yes,
universe to Dracula.
yes, yes, yes.
There,
Oh
you're like,
man,
I like it.
I love that.
You're just vibrating with.
Mm. Mhm. Yes, I love that. I love that idea with his bad, terrible British accent.
Yeah, the director is still getting questions about his accent all these years later. It's like, how
Yeah,
was that?
Francis Ford Coppola, dude, fucking Keanu Reeves is still regretting that.
Yeah, yep. That's true. So I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Frankenstein from Guillermo. I hope it's live action, but if it's stop motion, I heard Pinocchio was good. So,
Dude, no, I want to watch Pinocchio like right now.
so
Yeah,
yeah,
no.
that's all the movie news I have. Out of all those, which one do you think is going to be standing out to you the most over the next couple months, or which one do you hope to hear more about?
Well, no, it's definitely a Tarantino. I mean, like, come
Mhm.
on. Like you have to wonder what is gonna happen there.
Who do you think would star in his movie then? It stars a female movie critic. Could be Margot, but who
I
else
think
is
Margot, but I mean like I think she's
who's
like older, so I mean like maybe like
Jennifer?
Frances McDormand. I like you and I are just like use like the first
Jennifer or
names.
Jason Lee? Is that her name? Maybe Jennifer Jason Lee?
Jennifer Jason Lee, yeah, maybe. No, I think maybe Frances McDormand. Or
Has
like
she worked with Tarantino before yet?
no.
That'd be a pretty good pairing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Like, but that's the one that I'm the most curious about. I don't know like
As long
what
as
he's gonna
Walton
do there.
Goggins is in it, I'll be fine. I need
You
him
know,
to come
every
back.
single person in the entire world, in the entire industry is
Yeah.
gonna be in that movie.
Half of them aren't even going to have any lines. They're just going to walk up and wave at the
Yeah.
camera.
Dude, no, that's why that's why I thought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood was his last movie. And the fact that he was like saying he's like, I don't want to overstay my welcome,
Yeah.
whatever his quote was.
Yeah.
It's like you already did with that movie for me. But
Ooh, hot take.
hot take.
I love that one. That one made me cry. So when I first saw it, I was like
Once
emotional.
Upon a Time in Hollywood made you cry.
Yeah.
Really?
The scene where Margot Robbie's watching her own movie in the theater, I felt really emotional. I was like,
I need to watch the movie again.
yeah, maybe.
I'm
I
gonna
I could just be really, really sensitive. I don't know. I go back and forth of having no feelings and then too many feelings. So
same.
that's life.
That's life. That's what all the people say.
But we did it, Justin. We made it to 60 episodes.
Look at us,
That's
man.
how old Quentin Tarantino
Jesus
is.
Christ. Damn, look at that. Oh,
Coincidence?
I
Maybe.
think not.
um,
That's awesome.
yeah, and this is airing the week of his birthday too. So it's like I was like,
Fuck
wow,
yeah.
what timing is that?
That's amazing. I love that.
So yeah, that's all the movie news we have, Justin. That's
We
all of
did
it.
it.
We did it. We made it
We did it.
another episode, and you
Yep.
guys came along, and we're glad you're here.
Yes.
Uh, I guess that's the end of the episode. I have nothing else to really say. Check out our review of spoiler-free review of Scream. Check out Justin's three Universal monsters because we talked about Frankenstein, so you can be in the loop of what Frankenstein is from Justin's own words. Yeah, so let us know what you guys are watching. Let us know what we should be watching, and yeah, we'll see you guys next week on History of Popcorn. Make sure to like us on YouTube and give us 5 stars on Spotify. We're on Apple Podcasts. We're on Audible. We're just about anywhere you listen to podcasts. We are there. Follow Justin on Instagram to see his movie reviews. Yeah, that's about it. That's about it. We did it.
We did
Bye,
it.
guys. See you next
Bye.
week.
Bye.